Olga, do we have everything that we need for today's class?
We have everything that we need in this beautiful garden, and let's get started.
Let's go! Welcome to Cooking with Nada. I am Nada Cory. And with me in my kitchen is my beautiful chef and friend, Olga. So, Chef Olga, what do you have here? What are we doing and what are we preparing?
I was shopping yesterday and
like
wanted
shopping.
to find something interesting to make today. Found the noodles, and I'm gluten intolerant, so miss noodles very much. And when I was in a Whole Foods store, I found organic noodles. I'm always looking for something new. And when I read ingredients, it was interesting because they made from konjac root flour, which is a plant that is being low dried and ground into the fine flour. And from that, they made the noodles. When I opened them up, they taste like nothing, but the benefits are endless. So it is an appetite suppressant and nutrition. Naturally, right. But it is made from glucomannan powder, root powder. So this is actual plant. Reason why I chose them because there is no additives, there is no preservatives. It's a guilt-free food. It is simply simple to make, but we're going to add more nutrition by making Alfredo sauce to it.
Alfredo!
So it's a white.
Yes!
And to make it more interesting, we can add a little bit of cherry tomatoes to it.
Nice.
So they're going to be cold. You can heat them up. They are ready to eat. I opened the package, and they go in both different styles. So this is spaghetti style noodles, which we're gonna save for later, and these are angel hair pasta. So let's try them out.
Okay.
All we have to do is to drain them, and this is my preference. Before, if you have any packaged food that is made like in a liquid in water, just let's start with that. So I opened up the package, and we're going to drain them, and I like that liquid to go out. Usually noodles that go in the package, we have to rinse. I'm just gonna take them out like so. And this is the package they are in. I'm just gonna drain them. Don't have to rinse. All right, so we will be using the bowl to place them in, but I want them to really drain first.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm just gonna leave them like this.
And we're gonna go to the sauce.
And let's make the sauce.
Yeah!
So in the sauce, I germinated the pumpkin seeds. Again, we're working with pumpkin seeds because of the nutritional value. And we're going to add a little bit of sesame seed paste. It's just about, this is the 1 cup of soaked pumpkin seeds, and maybe 2 to 3 tablespoons of sesame seeds, ground sesame seeds. A little bit of lime juice. We have a Bragg liquid aminos, garlic, and the most important part of this recipe are herbs and spices. The Alfredo sauce is very different than any others. So I like to use rosemary, which came from your garden. All the herbs we're using from your garden, very easy to grow with love. So we have basil, we have rosemary, we have oregano, and the very important ingredient is the nutmeg. The nutmeg is ground, and the nutmeg grows on the tree through such nut, and then I'm using the ground one. So let's begin.
Yes, let's do. Okay.
I'm going to bring all these ingredients to the blender, and we're going to use high-speed blender. So this is 1 cup of pumpkin seeds, and we're adding the rest of the ingredients. sesame seeds paste. You can use sesame seeds, but you have to soak them. So I like to use the paste. Bragg liquid aminos for the salt taste and also for the a little bit of smoky taste. Then we have lime juice. Always use the acid. 1 clove of garlic. The herbs, you don't even have to chop them. Just place them so in the blender. And the nutmeg, I'm using 1/8 of teaspoon for the nutmeg. It's very potent spice, but it brings a lot of flavor to the recipe. That's what makes the recipe taste like, yes. And then we're adding 1 cup of water. I'm going to add a little bit less probably, because I want to make it thick, and if it needed, we're going to add a little bit more. As usual, we start on low, and we're going to increase the speed. Actually, it is very thick. I'm going to blend it just a little bit longer on a high speed. Keep it thick. I'm going to take a look at our noodles. And they are well drained. Nice. Okay. Thank you, Miss Nada. So I'm not going to be using a lot of sauce, just incorporate little by little. So, thank you. And just work it this way. Nice. Just well coated. I like to add greens to it, so we can add any kind of herbs that we like. The extra basil, mint would be wonderful. Basil, always we're adding at the end, so we try not to chop it well in advance, because basil itself is very, very gentle leaf, and it turns dark. It turns basically black. Every herb that we're adding is going to bring, besides beautiful nutrition, it will bring the colors and fantastic taste to it. Now I have to say that I used just half a cup of water in the sauce because we make it a little bit thicker. Now we can plate the noodles now. Okay. Okay. Now we can cut them a little bit since you know, they are long noodles, just for the comfort, but you know, play with it.
We can do it the Italian way, you know, they should be long.
Yes, we can.
And since it is Italian dish.
Again, this kind of dish can be prepared a day in advance, night in advance, and it is going to be delicious the next day.
So, Chef Olga, if I want this warm, what do I do?
Well, you have dehydrator in your house. So you can use the dehydrator and just place them in the, this kind of dish into dehydrator on a higher temperature, it could be, instead of 118 degrees, could be 135 degrees, right? And you can heat it up that way with the tomatoes. And maybe it takes 30 minutes. So you have to plan ahead. Now the second way I would heat them up, I would place them on a stove, on a fry pan, on a very, very low temperature, but do not walk away from them. Just kind of stir them and just work with them, just with a little fork. Don't go away. And just heat them up, just to bring a little bit of heat to the dish. That's all.
Awesome. That's very easy. And I know what I would do, and I'm going to do to this one. I'm going to add my olive oil to it.
Absolutely. It sounds delicious.
All right. Now you know. You can do both. Eat it cold. For the summer, it's an amazing dish, right? It's very light. Yes. Or you can warm it up either in a dehydrator or on your own stove. So no excuses. It's delicious. To your health.